Hello, music collectors, everyone in the YouTube vinyl community, and everyone who is independent. This is Edward here, aka Prog Rock Tommy. I'm back with another vinyl update from this past week. Today is Friday, October the 5th. I took a day off on this nice day, and all I've been doing really is reorganizing, going through my LPs and playing some music, playing a little guitar. So I wanted to share some vinyl pickups, CD that I got this week. Plus I also got this package, and I've never done a video where I unbox something, but something came in the mail earlier this week and I thought I'd save it, do this towards the end of the video. So let me begin with an artist that I from time to time see posted in the VC and other music groups, Scott Walker, and I picked up his CD. It was a blind buy, Scott 4. I was curious about this CD. Sorry about the glare. And it's a remastered, really good. I was really not expecting to hear what I heard. Blown away. I did do some research. This came out in 1969. It's called Scott 4, but it's interesting that it says that it's his 5th album. That's what it looks like on the inside. Now the music is really cool. I like this style of kind of music. When I looked it up. When I hear the words avant-garde, that gets my attention. The music is avant-garde, and it's Baroque pop. And what Baroque pop is a fusion genre where it combines rock music with classical music. So if you're out there, you might already are familiar with this artist, Scott Walker. Check them out if you're not. They have some music you can check up his out in the YouTube search. And so that was my first one, and I'll look forward to hopefully picking up some other of his releases. One of the records that I picked up this week, and I haven't taken the shrink wrap, and I got a surprise in it as well, is this artist here, Zanov, if I understand it right. It's on Wall Wall Records. This is an artist who's what they say, a synthesizer master from the same French scene that produced the works of folks like Richard Pinhs of Helden. So it came out in that era, but this is really good ambient electronic music. The surprise that I found in it comes with a single. It's really cool art. You see right there the Wall Wall Records reissue label. So I haven't played this yet, but that's really cool. And it also came with a booklet inside. I haven't checked that out yet. But yeah, personally, if you like the synthesizer, you like electronic experimental music, this one right now is high on my list right now, and I keep going back and spinning it. Another album that I picked up this week was, if I understand this right, it's the members of Qluster, and this is Qluster. This also came with a bonus, a CD. But this is another good album of good ambient. The music is poetry, experimental. Lots of cool instrumentation on this record right here. If you have a chance, I would just check this out before you purchase. But this is a really good record. The other thing that I have here is I picked up another soundtrack where the music is really good. It's the soundtrack to one of my favorite movies, Manhunter, which I think they redid this movie again, but they call it the Red Dragon or whatever, remade it. But if you watch both movies, you can see the similarities in the storyline. But this is the soundtrack to Manhunter. And from what I looked up, there's a Tangerine Dream track that was, I think, are supposed to be on this, but it isn't. And it's a track called Frozen. I went ahead. They played some of that in the movie. But I went ahead and bought that track. It's not on here. On iTunes. Now there's some music from a group on here, like the Reds, Red 7, and the Prime Movers, and then of course they end the movie with the Inagata de Vida by Iron Butterfly. But this is a really good soundtrack. If you're into soundtracks, check out this movie. I like this version of the movie Manhunter than I did like the Red Dragon. But the music, that's a good soundtrack to have. Now this other record, I was going to purchase at Discogs, and I think the cheapest I could ever find this record was like under 30 bucks. I take it that it's a rare if it's that high. But I found me a nice affordable $6 copy. The Electric Prunes. Mass in F minor. On that old school looking Reprise label. Not sure if you can see that very well. Very nice stereo sound to this record. I like this record a lot. I like the kind of like you're in church and you have that mass going on in the background. And one thing that really stuck out to me musically was the drummer. His drumming on this album is awesome. But yeah, this is my first Electric Prunes album. Now how I found out about the Electric Prunes was a box of various artists. I don't have it, but it's called Nuggets, and they had a song on there, and that's when I began to really dig that band. And so hopefully I'll add some more of their records to the collection. Next is the member of Van der Graaf Generator, one of the main writer, Peter Hamill, H-A-M-M-I-L-L. This is his album called PH7. Pretty wild looking cover. It's on the Charisma record label, what I call the Mad Hatter record label. But there was a bonus about this, and I'll just show it real quick. It's a promo, white promo, black and white. But finding that out, I was like, that was another bonus. Haven't played that record yet. It will be the first time I ever listened to this album. Now, like I said, I'm going to end this with this, unboxing this. I think I know what it is, but I might not know what it is. So, a few minutes here, if you don't mind sticking around. It's like Christmas, of course. Whenever we get something in the mail, it always have that feeling. But let's see what it is. Oh yes. This is an album by a band. I saw this recommendation. If you ever check out Flipside CT, he shows a lot of really cool, awesome records. I'll leave the name of his channel again. But this is Ozzie. It's a double LP. This band was punk, post-punk. From what I understand, Gatefold, they also wanted to sound like, I take it, early Captain Beefheart, if I remember right. But yeah, it's a double record. It's really good stuff if you're into that. Also, what's really interesting about this record is this band never really made an official vinyl release. So what you get here is like it's a compilation of demos, recorded songs. But from what I understand, they never did make an official album release or even make 1 or 2 albums. But this is some really good stuff. And again, like I said, I'll leave the channel to Flipside CT. That way you go check out the name of it and you can go check it out. He shows a lot of cool stuff. Basically black and white. Little label in the middle. But this is some really good stuff. I dug the little sample that he played on his channel. Well, I'm over the time that I wanted to go, but I wanted to share my latest finds. I appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone that stops by, checks out the videos that I do. Appreciate the comments and the interaction. Have a nice weekend, vinyl community, music collectors, independent folks out there. Over and out, and we'll see you next time.